So hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So on this video, I'll tell you what is the defect triage, and I'll also try to explain defect triage as a layman point of view, and I'll also tell you why that defect triage is a important concept that tester got to know, and why that it is a important thing, and what is that perspective of this defect triage. So guys, let's start this video. So first thing is like a definition. Okay. So defect triage is a process for reviewing and prioritizing the defects based upon that our severity and priority of the defects. So you can say it is like a documentation. The documentation actually refers that like which defect is most critical one, most crucial one that need to fix, and which defect is not crucial. It is a minor. It will fix later. So through the defect triage, we can maximize that our product quality. We can optimize that resources by focusing on high impact defect first. And through that way, we can align the teams based upon our defect prioritization. And so we can handle that most crucial and most critical defects with that fastly, and that secondly that minor defects or small defect we can take it like later. So this concept is a very useful for a tester and developer both, because tester got to know which one need to fix for these releases, or which thing will be fixed for upcoming releases, and which thing is will not like that much important. If it is fixed, then it is a fine, and if it is not fixed, then also it is a fine. So it is kind of documentation thing. So that way we can refer that defects. Now, what is the defect triage meeting? So it is a kind of discussion where that we can reviewing that our defects list, and we can prioritize the defect, and we can assign that respective team or respective developer, and we can also like segregate that defect based upon that our releases, or which defect need to be take for upcoming releases, and which defect will not that much important. So that thing will cover on this meeting, guys. So here most important like persons are tester, and then developer, project manager, business analyst, and product owner. So here like all teams should be present here. Like this information will be shared to all those fellows like who actually handle that project. So through that way, all people have that information, like what defect need to be fixed. And also here we can do a prioritized discussion. Through the discussion we can check that our severity and our business needs for this releases or for this project. And also here we can assign the defect based upon that our resolution, or like based upon that our product project availability. So what is the importance of defect triage, guys? So here we can be more efficient for resource allocation. Also we can improve that our design decision making part, and also we can handle that risk management more good way or more robust way. And also it is a kind of communication mechanism. So for information sharing, it is a very crucial part. And some roles are there in defect triage. So first thing is like test lead need to be present while that we are creating that documentation, or it need to be reviewed by test lead, because without test lead we cannot got to know which defect will be most crucial, or that need to be take or for this release. Or it is kind of you can say it is kind of proper like information that need to be bypassed from a level 3 tester to like our test lead. Another thing is developer lead. Developer lead need to know like this defect need to fix or not. And then product manager. So here product manager will got to know based upon that like which defect will be impact the business. So that is the most important one. And business analyst, they will check that documentation, so they will also got to know or based upon that severity of the defect. Now here I'll tell you the defect triage process. So first thing is like identify the defect. So this will happen when that tester will start that testing the feature. Then we'll categorize the defect based upon that severity and priority. So I'll tell you like what is the severity and priority. So severity in the sense of like how much severe that defect is, and priority is like which defect need to be fixed as early as possible. And also like here after that, one review and discussion meeting will be happen. So through that way we can reassigning that resources, and also we can try to reproduce, and we can create the documentation for that. Then we have to prioritize that, so based upon that impact on our business, and based upon that timeline, and also like our based upon like agile methodologies, we can like prioritize that our work. And then we will assign that ownership, like which team need to be take, which developer need to be take, what kind of defects actually. So that thing will be happen. And then we have log discussion. Log discussion mean like once it is done, then we have to document that all action and all decision that has been made while doing that defect triage meeting. Now, what is the severity and priority? So, severity kind of technical impact, or how much severe that your defect is. So, and priority is like it is a urgency of fixing, like that it need to be fixed as soon as possible. That is a priority. Now, we have branch of like crisscross a thing like high severity, low priority, low severity, high priority. So here I have given one example: high severity and high priority thing. Now, for like critical system failure, it is a high severity because it actually that defect is more severe, and it need to be fixed as soon as possible. That's why it is a high severity, high priority. Now, low severity, high priority is like minor UI glitch. Why it is a low severity? Because it not impacted that our product that much, or it is not like that much problematic. So severe for that, it is not that much severe, but it need to be taken first because customer able to see that UI. So that's why it is a high priority one. So like that way, some like this is the severity and priority concept is there. Based upon that, we'll segregate the defect. We'll make a proper list like which defect is high severity, which defect is high priority. So like that way, we'll create some column, and we'll create that Excel format, or like any kind of like format that has company followed. So this is that severity and priority concept. Now, some best practices need to be followed while doing the defect triage. Best practices in the sense of regular meeting will be happen. So, so through that meeting, we can get to know about defect triage. Then detailed reporting will be happen. So through that way, we have a clear defect description with that proper steps, and also some cross-functional input like that. We have to involve that all shareholders or all kind of business analyst team. So everybody have that proper information, and we have to focus on high impact issues first. So we have to prioritize that most critical and most severe and most prioritize issues, and we have to documentize that all thing. Without documentation we cannot proceed further, because without that we don't have a proper information for bypassing it for that. So it will help that a better outcome. Now here some example of defect triage. Suppose that three defect has found during test. One is like login button has misaligned, or another is like app crashes while doing file upload, and notification has not received. Now app crash is like a fixed immediately because it is a high severe defect and high priority defect. Notification also it will happen in next sprint. So it is that much not that much. It is a severe like high severe but low priority one. Okay, not low priority, medium priority one. And some UI issues like it will or differ for that for the future releases. So it is a high priority but low severe. So like that way I have given one example of defect triage. And we have some challenges facing defect triage. First thing is like conflicting that prioritization, because maybe some team or some members they are not agreeing with like the prioritization concept. That's why we have to do that defect triage meeting. Some managing that large backlog. So while doing managing the large backlog, it is a very difficult to manage that whole like defects, because all things are will be added. So it will be very difficult to check, and time constraint. So not all defect will be fixed like as we are planned, and some clear criteria need to be taken. Sometimes like lack of clear criteria will be there for as per rules. So that thing we need to check, and we need to fix that immediately. So these kind of challenges we will face while doing the defect triage. Now some tools for there, most popular tools is Jira for defect tracking and prioritization, then Bugzilla open source bug tracking tool, Trello is there, Asana is there. So like that way these all tools are actually helpful for doing that defect triage or doing that defect triage documentation. Now So what is the conclusion for this video, guys? So conclusion in the sense of it is a key process for balancing the technical quality and business needs. Also, it helps that to manage the defect resolution and efficiency for ensuring that high impact issues and will be resolved first. So like that way, we can create that a proper mechanism. Through that way, we can take that responsibility and we can fix that those defects, most critical defect, as soon as possible, guys. So I hope that this video will helpful for you guys. If that any problem is there, if any query will be there from your end, please comment down. I'll try to put that comment. I'll try to reply that one. And if that my video is helpful for you, please subscribe my channel, help me to grow on YouTube, and like my videos. And if any suggestion is there, please comment down. And thank you guys, thanks for your valuable time, thanks for watching the